Okay, got a bit of a cold today, but boom, this is what we got on the wand. Don't know how long it is. It's pretty big though, and I got it down to this so far. It still looks kind of like a bat. Chucked it on the lathe. Got a nice handle on it. Let's see what we can do. This is gonna be a pretty lame video since it's just me chopping at something. Can't even see it very well, but I don't care. It's just for logs, pretty much. I may or may not make this public. You never know. It's a very hard process making wands. The easier they are, the easier it is, obviously. Especially if they've got a rounded handle. Now, the way I like to make wands is I like to make them probably an inch, maybe half-inch on the handle, and then on the kind of, I don't know what you call it, maybe blade. I like to call it the stock. On the stock of the wand, I like making that a 1/4 inch round. Sadly, I can't do that on the lathe because this is, I believe, fur, and it's good. And put it on the lathe, and it breaks. I get it down to a 1/4 inch. It gets to like 1/2 inch, and then it breaks. So the handles are perfect to do on it, but the rest you have to do by hand and with this. I've got a Dremel here, which I use for some details that I need to do fast, and probably it can also do pretty detailed stuff, like I've made Voldemort's wand. That took a long time. But I did most of the handle with the Dremel, because it's pretty complex, and I also did Hermione's wand, which I had a burr tip, a really small bladed thing, and that got the vines pretty well, because the one they show in the movie has vines on it, to my recollection. So I made that, and it turned out pretty good. I don't know if I'm going to stain this wand I'm making now, but, you know, I don't care, honestly. See, my process for making wands is, if I want to go and make a wand for someone, I will start with a sketch, describing like what they want, or what I think they would want, by their personality, and just generally how they are. And then, once I have that sketch, I will make the wand to how the sketch looks. But if I'm making a wand for myself, like with this, then I'll usually just take a piece of wood. I'll look at what parts are going to be hard to cut through, you know, where there are holes in it. Like, I've got a really dangerous hole on this one. Those go all the way through. They're pretty much in the exact middle. I don't know if you can see that. That's, and it's a 1/4 inch, so if something were to smack it right there, it would snap. I really hope I can get around those, but I'm not so sure. Maybe I could even bend the wand around it. That'd be awesome, because it's not quite smack dab in the middle, so I could have it curve around those. Like, and that's how I would do things from when I'm making myself a wand. So I'll see holes like that, and I'll come up with ideas like, ooh, wow, it might look cool if I curved it around there. Or maybe I'll have a hole in the bottom, or maybe I'll have, you know, a knot somewhere, and I'll say, maybe I can work that knot into the design, or since there's a hole there, maybe I can have holes going up it. That would be pretty cool. And that's generally the thought process on these. But the sketch ones are pretty nice too, because I've got a plan from the beginning, so I don't fuck anything up later. But, oh, by the way, it's coming out very nicely. It's spherical now. the more rounded square, like a rounded rectangle earlier, or it's 3D. It's a rectangular prism, but now it is actually spherical, and I can spherical. It's not a sphere. It's circular, or it's technically cylindrical, but I don't know. I don't want to use fancy words while making these. It's just all about how I feel at the current moment, and I feel like I don't want to do math or talk about math. This one, like I said, it's made from scrap wood. It's a 2x2. It was a 2x2, and I whittled it down to here so far, and it's actually starting to take shape as a wand, kind of. I mean, not really. It still looks more like a rolling pin, or, I don't know, something you'd beat someone with. Like, throw some nails in this, it's a Walking Dead weapon. But, I mean, still, I'm pretty proud of it. It's looking nice. I just love the grain on this wood. It's a really nice piece. Like, look at this, right there. That handle, it's awesome. I'm loving it. So I don't know if I'm going to put some stain in it that accentuates you know, the color and the grain shape, or if I'm just going to keep it like this. But either way, it's pretty. It's a really pretty light wood, but then it's kind of pretty when it's dark. It's just, this wood, it looks good all around, and it's a very easy wood to carve since the grain is so long. You can see it there. It's got a very long, straight grain. So it lets me take nice, long slices off of it, which is very helpful. Like, if you look at most of these slices I'm taking, you can see, I'll just give these things as an example. That's pretty long. These are pretty long slices here. And so it's very easy to carve, because it just saves time when you can, holy shit. One sec. This one went down the entire length of the stalk for one slice. Look at that. So, it's a really nice grain to carve with, because it's just really easy. It takes less time to carve. Ooh, I need to sand this again. I just got a mark on it. But anyway, it's really nice to carve, because you can just take long slices. I don't know, I'm repeating myself, but that makes it so you need less work with your arm. If you need to take short slices, you'd have to take it, do that. That's annoying, when you can just do this. See, that, easy. It's way easier. It's better, I prefer having a larger knife, but all I had around right now for this one is this Stanley utility knife here. It's not the most comfortable thing to put a lot of pressure on, because it's got that on it, but I prefer like a longer blade, for like 2 inches, so I can actually get thick slices too. But this one definitely works. I mean, it's sharp. It'll cut wood either way. It's not like I'm using some kind of Japanese chef's knife to do it. Even though I'm sure they'll cut wood. Wouldn't be very good for it. I'm kind of running out of talking points here. I don't know what I'm basing this one on. This one, like I said, I'm just going by the feel. And I am not very up to date with like every Harry Potter wand. That'd be a doozy. You gotta account for like everyone in Harry Potter. They've all got wands, I mean, except probably the Dursleys and a few of their neighbors, but anyway. Wait, I could probably do this next segment with some Harry Potter glasses. No, I look dumb in Harry Potter glasses. They accentuate my low eyes. But anyway, I'm at a really nice point now, because it's not the worst anymore. I could throw it on the lathe, but it's starting to get thin. It's as thin as the handle now. It's all about the same width. Let's see. Yeah, it's within the margin of error. I mean, seeing as I'm using a knife and just using my eye, it's pretty damn good. But what the hell was I talking about? It's getting to a nice rounded shape here, which is very good. I've got, I think, 3 or 4 days left on this one. I'm going till the 30th. That's Friday, or not the 30th, probably the 29th. Holy shit, that's soon. Anyway, the Friday before Halloween, I've got to have this done because the person I'm making it for is using it for their Halloween costume. They need it because they're making a Harry Potter character. So I've got to rush on this one. Now, rush doesn't exactly mean bad quality. It just means for these parts, which are not precise at all, do them faster and don't procrastinate like a dipshit. Anyway, I think at this point I'm going to cut back to what it looked like at the beginning to show you the difference that we have now. Look at that. And then now, while I'm talking, I'm going to put the picture of what we had before on the screen. Look at that difference. Isn't that just insane? We've gotten that down in this, what is it, 10 minutes? It's crazy. And that's why I love whittling and especially making these Harry Potter ones, because you can just get so much done so fast, and it's a nice way of fidgeting. And when you're sitting by yourself and you're not like recording a video, you can watch YouTube. It's a nice thing to do while you're watching YouTube, and it makes it so you're not just sitting on your ass doing nothing all day. And I love that about it. It's very creative. Just lets you do what you want for however many hours you're going to be carving this thing. I feel like around now is a good point to end this video, this little chat. So, I'll see you soon, and I'll come back with an update on this probably some point in the future. I'm out.